Hello, today I wanted to show you how to use aliases in the ZSH terminal settings. So this is something I've been using for a couple of years now. It makes me far more efficient when it comes to the terminal. Many of the commands that I use regularly I've turned into aliases. So really quickly, what is an alias? An alias is basically consider it like a function name for a certain command in the terminal. So if you have a long command or something that you typically run often, you can shorten it down to something much shorter, to an alias, and type in that alias instead, and it will run the longer command. You can do this with multiple commands in a row as well. So how do you create an alias? And again, this is only for the ZSH. So first, what you're going to do is you're going to have to open up the source file in a text editor. I use Nano. So you start, the way you do that is you sudo nano ~/ZSHRC. Perfect. And I'm going to enter my password here. Perfect. And so you can see I already have a few aliases set up, and I'll go into these a little bit later. But you come down to any point here, start a new line, make sure that it's after a semicolon, and we'll set up an alias here, so I'll show you the syntax. So you start with alias. So the line always starts with alias. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up an alias to generate a random 64 character hex string. Base 64 string, 64 characters. So let's say string 64. So that's what we're gonna end up typing into the terminal. I say equals, and I'll do open SSL rand base 64, and this is a string length. So this command here, if I were to run it by itself, would generate a 64 character base 64 string. And then I'm gonna put a semicolon here at the end. Now once you get to this point, you have to make sure that you save the file. So again, I'm using Nano, so I'm going to press Control X and then press Y for yes, and then enter to close it out. And that file has now been saved. Now there's one more thing you have to do. So let me show you. It's not going to work here, and I'll show you. Was it string 64? See, still not found. So you have to actually restart the terminal source. So you're going to do source tilde again. ZSHRC. Don't forget this dot here, so it's /dot. And then I'll press enter, and now it has restarted it. So now if I do string 64, there you go. Generates a random 64 character string for you. So again, we've just set up this alias. Let me show you a few commands that I suggest having, ones that have been very helpful for me. So the first one's edit. So edit opens up your aliases for you. So I have aliases connected to the aliases. So the edit alias opens up this file. Again, it runs the sudo nano ~/.zshrc. So it opens up this file here, and then I have another alias, restart, that runs that second command we ran to restart the source and can reset all my aliases. Very useful. The other ones that I suggest that I took off of here for the demonstration for obvious reasons is SSHing into servers. So you can do it in a format like this. You use SSH pass. So I say SSH demo server. And so then you again put the quotation marks here, and you start using SSH pass. And then you do -p as a flag for the password. And your password is going to go here. So whatever your password is, replace this password. And then you're going to go SSH your user on the server at the IP of the server. And this will SSH you into the server, including entering the password. You can exclude that part if you want, obviously, and just do the SSH part, but then it'll prompt you for the password when you use that. But that's just something I use for a few of my servers that are a little bit less security dependent, so ones that aren't too big. No one is going to get onto my computer and find those aliases and have it be a concern. So That pretty much covers the whole video. Nothing too crazy today, but this has saved me loads and loads of time, so hopefully it will save you some time as well.